You should never admit to using AI services like ChatGPT, and in this video I'm going to explain why. Now, I'm not endorsing mindlessly using AI and claiming it as your own, but I'm also not saying that. I'll not make any assumptions about how you're using AI to help you with your work, and instead more generally speak about it being used to make your work more efficient, and quite simply why other people don't need to know about it. For those who may wish to be open about using AI, well, I hope you'll consider some of what I've got to say in this video. I believe the more you know, the easier it is to explain. So if you're after a free and easy way to take a course on how language models work, I suggest you check out Brilliant.org, today's video sponsor. One of Brilliant's latest courses is all about how the language model AIs like ChatGPT actually work, and honestly it's so good. Bite-sized interactive lessons make it all so easy and get you learning how these models consider and pick the words they're using when they reply. It also gets you to test your ability to recognize an AI in the first place. I found it really interesting learning about how LLMs can be laser focused to perform niche activities just by the training it receives, ultimately determining the language model's complete vocabulary. It's not just courses on language models and neural networks though. There's courses for maths, computer science, programming and much more. Each course is packed with lessons that are hands-on and include really nice graphics to help better explain the topic. I find them genuinely fun and really like that you're tested as you go. It helps you feel the progress being made. So for any of you with an interest in this exciting new industry and want to make sure you're ready for a job in or using AI, I can't recommend enough the service by Brilliant. To try out what Brilliant has to offer, sign up with 30 days completely free by going to brilliant.org/AI chat or click on the link down below. The first 200 to sign up using my link will also get 20% off Brilliant's annual subscription. I first want to start this off by looking at why you may want or feel you need to be open about your use of AI and cover some reasons why you really don't need to share. I personally use AI daily, honestly whenever I can. I view services like ChatGPT as just tools in the same way the software on my PC is and the websites I visit are too. From summarising work, responding to emails and getting articles turned into bullet points, even generating images, there's just so many ways that you can utilise these tools, and this may lead you to believe it's fine to tell others how helpful AI can be. But at the same time, it's not like we feel the need to explain that we use spell check to form that perfectly worded email, or that we use Google and Wikipedia to fact check a bunch of notes from that recent meeting. We don't explain to our colleagues why we send emails rather than letters, why we use calculators, or why we use the calendars on our phone rather than paper ones. We've adopted many technologies over time that replace the previous way of doing it, yet we never feel the need to justify their use or explain why we're so efficient thanks to them. Instead, they just add to our overall standard of work that others have come to expect of us. I fundamentally feel like this is one of the leading reasons why it's just not necessary to explain ourselves to others. Whether we're using AI for small tasks or completing entire projects, I think it remains the same. Regardless of the method, this is still you performing that function or you completing that work. And let's not downplay the effort required to use services like Google Bard or ChatGPT properly. Being able to fine-tune an AI to write emails perfectly in your tone, or to get an entire essay written on niche topics while covering all talking points, this takes time to get right. Yes, using AI will eventually save you time on all those repetitive tasks, but ensuring high-quality responses, well, that's a skill on its own and a reflection of your own abilities. Again, this isn't new. We're not sat in libraries reading books instead of using Wikipedia, or coding in notepads instead of using IDEs. It's the same way that we're now not Googling for simple answers that we can get from ChatGPT, and not replying to work emails that the AI can word better. AI is an emerging and growing technology that is only getting used more and more, and already there's a noticeable difference between those who know how to use it and those who don't. And I'd personally much rather be a year down the line with extensive practice using AI as an integrated part of my workflow than risk spending that time on bad habits and old methods. But what are some reasons that others may have a negative view on using AI in the first place? Simply put, some individuals might see your efficiency as cheating. No matter how much you explain the limited nature of your use, they'll always feel like it would have been better without AI. Those not willing to adopt new technologies themselves will tend to stick hard and fast to the old, slower methods and see anything that makes the process quicker as cutting corners. They'll see anything not typed by you as plagiarism, any fact stated as unverified, and any email you write as impersonal. But what are they honestly going to be saying in a few years' time? When the shortcuts now become standard practice then, I imagine not a lot, but there's the potential for unneeded tension in the meantime, which is just better avoided. Another factor you may want to consider when disclosing your use of AI centers around your personal brand and creating a consistent standard for your work. In all work we do, we attempt to establish a standard, a quality that others can expect from us when they ask us to do something. I believe having ChatGPT or any AI service as a part of this work is absolutely fine. But when our standards naturally fluctuate, what we don't want is for others to attribute this to our use of AI or lack of. This opens you up to either being issued with more work or being scrutinised as they attempt to figure out which bits of work were helped with AI and which were your own. Even if we stopped using AI altogether, we'll never be able to shake that negative perception for all our work going forward. Even if you only use AI as an alternative to Google, some might dismiss your entire body of work as ChatGPT did it. But for me that's wrong. I believe your work is your work regardless of the tools you use, and if the standard we've set while using these tools are high, then that's great. There's just no need for others to know how we got there, so when we have good and bad days, no assumptions can be made by those looking to scrutinise. Times are changing and AI is becoming commonplace. Those with only a few years of experience will be competing with industry veterans purely thanks to leveraging AI, and some won't be happy about it. This is because while experience definitely matters, efficiency matters too, and AI like ChatGPT streamlines daily tasks, making those who have adopted it early way more competitive. It is important not to forget that those who may have a negative opinion on AI, more often than not, are unaware of the complexities to getting high quality results and the effort required to learn how to integrate AI seamlessly. Detailed opening messages or prompts that include everything that AI needs to know need to be written correctly and tested. Instructions need to be AI friendly and the outputs need to be formatted. This takes work, and for me that means there's no need to risk others' short-sighted outlook when the reality is you've developed skills and abilities they haven't. I speak to all sorts of people that simply use AI to do notes and quick searches. They produce their own work, write all their own code, and reply to emails on their own. It's a real light touch use of AI. But if some of their colleagues, those industry gatekeepers or old tech purists, were to know that they sometimes use AI, you can bet there's going to be those dismissing every single piece of work as ChatGPT did it. There'll be little chance to change their mind once the seed is sown, and not being able to take credit for things you're proud of because you take notes with Bing, well that's crazy. I encourage you all to find ways to include AI in your daily work. Take a leap to answer emails entirely using AI and start getting the AI to clean up your notes. I believe that if you start producing high quality AI supported work, and this is now your baseline, as the AI technology improves, so will your work, and for me that's exciting. If you are serious about using AI services to make your life more efficient, then I've got a bunch of videos with tips and tricks to do exactly that, and a lot more on the way, so be sure to sub if you haven't already. Another big thank you to Brilliant.org. The support to the channel has been amazing and I'm so grateful. Thanks so much for watching and I'll catch you in the next one soon.